How you guys doing? You know, when it comes to certain things, they tell you don't believe the hype, right? But sometimes when it comes to certain things, they may tell you not to believe the hype. But when it comes to certain things, you need to believe the hype when it comes to certain things. And here's why I tell you. Because this masterpiece right here, believe the hype when it comes to this. Believe the hype when it comes to this. When it comes to this fragrance right here, I didn't understand why people talked about this fragrance so much. Now, this fragrance has been replicated. You can look around on Fragrance Net, you can look around on Mercari, eBay, but be careful to make sure you're getting the authentic deal. This is definitely full bottle worthy. If a person couldn't afford this fragrance, I say save up until you can get a bottle. My cousin's dad told me he saved up so he could go to Nordstrom's and buy a bottle of Mason Francis Kurkdjian's Baccarat Rouge 540. And he didn't get the formulation that I have. This is the Eau de Parfum. The formulation that my cousin's dad got was the Extrait de Parfum. He told me he bought a 2.4-ounce bottle. He told me it was $465. It came to 500 and some change after tax. He told me it was worth every penny, my cousin's father. Now, I sampled Baccarat when I was in Neiman Marcus back in 2019. Now, some people couldn't justify paying that kind of money for a fragrance, but I'm here to tell you, even in your darkest hour, even on your saddest day, this right here will uplift your spirits. When I'm feeling down, I spray this on. This is a 1.2 ounce. This is the smallest bottle they have. My cousin's dad got the 2.4, and the biggest bottle that they have is the 6.8. But when it comes to Maison Francis Kurkdjian, I'm here to tell you, I see why this fragrance is so hyped. I sampled this, like I just said, back in 2019 when I was in Neiman Marcus. This fragrance right here is impeccable. This fragrance right here makes you want to work hard. It makes you want to strive to have the best in your life. It makes you want to get up off your behind and grind so you can shine. On your saddest day, in your darkest hour, you spray this on, it'll make you feel like a millionaire. It'll make you feel like a big time boss, big time CEO. Maison Francis Kurkdjian, Paris. Oh man, I'm here to tell you, I've never tried a fragrance that is just so elegant, so refined. I mean, like I stated, I know I already did my review on this fragrance, but I just wanted I wanted to just highlight this. Believe the hype. Believe the hype. There are some people who hype certain things up and it's not really all of that. People try to hype certain products up and it's not really all of that. And you like, what is the hype? What is the propaganda behind this product? I understand the propaganda behind this. And like I stated in my review, this is a 2015 release. I didn't know about this fragrance until 2019 when I was in Neiman Marcus. So I was late on this. I found out about Baccarat later. This is an impeccable fragrance, and if you can't afford it, this is definitely worth. This is definitely worth getting in the future. Um, Definitely get it, or get a sample. Go sample it. Mason Francis Kurkdjian ought to pay me for sponsoring this because this fragrance is just impeccable. This is just a beautiful fragrance. Like, if you want something that's gonna make you think about being rich, something that's gonna make you want to grind, make you want to shine, this is the fragrance. I'm here to tell you. People not just talking out of their behind when they talk about Baccarat. I used to wonder, what is the hype behind this Baccarat? Why is everyone talking about this particular fragrance? Because Maison Francis Kurkdjian has a slew of other bangers in his collection. But I see why people highlight Baccarat Rouge 540. And the history, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a brief synopsis of Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge. Baccarat is a French crystal company, and they are known for their red, elegant, luminous crystals. And in order to achieve the red color, they call the red the Baccarat. And in order to achieve that red color, they have to they have to undergo a heating process of 540 degrees. So that's where the Baccarat Rouge 540 comes from. That's just a brief history lesson so you can get a little history behind this fragrance and the origin. I found out about that from a woman who reviewed Baccarat, and she gave a brief synopsis of the history. So it enlightened me more on the the trajectory behind this fragrance. Maison Francis Kurkdjian teamed up with the Crystal Company to pay homage to their anniversary and made this fragrance. And you can see the chandeliers on the side of the bottle paying homage to the Crystal Company. This fragrance right here, I see why they hyped this one up so much. People they're not just talking about this fragrance for no reason. I used to think that people were just talking out of their behind, like, why is everyone talking about this fragrance? Why is everyone hyping this fragrance up? I didn't understand it at first, but I understand now. I understand exactly why they hyping this one up. And I understand why everyone is obsessed with this. This fragrance has become so popularized. There's a fragrance company called Alt Fragrances. They make dupes of designer fragrances, and this is the number one dupe that they're making. They have one. They have a fragrance that smells just like this. So if you never heard of Alt Fragrances, make sure you check them out. Like I stated, they make dupes of designer fragrances, and they definitely have a dupe of this Baccarat because this fragrance is extremely popular. I feel out of the whole Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrance collection, Baccarat Rouge 540 is the most talked about, and I see why, for good reason. Like I stated, don't wear fragrances to impress women. I'm going to just go ahead and whatever you do as a man, you do it because you like it. You want to bathe in a $50 bottle of Aqua de Parma Blue Mediterraneo, Arentia La Spagnatura. If that's what you want to do, even though the shower gel is going down the drain, even though the shower gel is going down the drain, whatever you got to do to cope with this horrible reality, do it. Whatever you got to do. Like I stated, you whatever you do as a man, you do it for your own peace and gratification, because your peace and your mental health is all that matters at the end of the day. So if spraying on some Baccarat Rouge 540 cologne is going to give you a little bit of peace, by all means. This fragrance right here gives me serenity. I mean, it's almost like sex. I would say it's like sex when I spray these colognes on. When you bathe in certain shower gels, it is literally like intimacy with a woman, because it gives you a sense of peace, it gives you a sense of serenity, and it adds a little bit of sunshine. I'll just say this: it adds sunshine to the darkest hour. That's why I say, in your darkest hour, spray this. But that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to just say I just wanted to highlight this fragrance because I see why people talk about this so much. This stuff is amazing. I feel this concentration here just doesn't last long, at least not on my skin. I feel it evaporates pretty quick, this Eau de Parfum. So perhaps the Extrait de Parfum will last longer, but I see the hype when it comes to MFK Baccarat. It is a serious powerhouse fragrance. It is unlike I don't think I've any smell. I don't think I've ever tried anything that smells like this. I don't think there's one fragrance that I've ever tried that smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. And I definitely look forward to doing more fragrance reviews, product reviews in the future, trying more fragrances from the house of Francis Kurkdjian. But get a sample of this fragrance. Let me know what you think. If you've tried Baccarat, let me know, do you believe that it's worth the hype? Because I see that people not just talking out of their behind. This fragrance is really thebomb.com. But on that note, you guys have a good evening. Your peace and your well-being is what matters most. That's what matters the most. But you guys have a good one.